Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the One Training Family Podcast. I'm your host, DS6900, and before we get started, I just want to quickly address the lack of an episode last week, as there was some technical difficulties on my part, but luckily we did get those resolved after a little bit of troubleshooting, and so, there is one thing, anyway, one thing that we discussed last week was reminiscing the 10th anniversary of Pokemon Black and White and 10 years of the 3DS. And going back to the Sinnoh remakes, there's one thing that I'm surprised that none of us talked about is Pokemon following us in the overworld.
Oh yeah.
I am very surprised that no one mentioned it. I thought about it
Yeah,
earlier this afternoon, and I was like, wait, no one thought about it last week. That's hilarious.
I think the reason why we never talked about it was because I don't think it's returning.
I mean,
Like we saw in the trailer when the protagonists were walking around, like they didn't have Pokemon behind them, but
but that was also the same story with Let's Go when that was first revealed.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
to
it
be
could be
honest-
added in a later thing.
But I'm not expecting it.
I'm
honest-
not expecting it
yeah.
either.
I think it will be there, but only in Amity Square.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was in the original, so that's probably the
Yeah.
most that we can expect, really. Like, that's pretty much a given.
I
Hope
will-
we can take all Pokemon there now.
Yeah. I was about to say that. I want to walk with my Krugunk.
I know you do.
They didn't even make the evolution of the starters available. It was just the baby forms, which you wouldn't have by the point you got to Hearthome.
Yeah, exactly.
That's stupid. That's stupid.
Plus, who wouldn't want to see
Yeah.
their favorite Pokemon in the overworld in the chibi style?
Exactly.
Like, I think there's some Pokemon are gonna look fantastic in the overworld.
Yeah.
It could give us like Heart Gold and Soul Silver vibes when our Pokemon followed there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be nice if it was the entire game, but I'm not getting my hopes up.
Yeah. I don't think so.
But anyway, earlier this week, a friend and I were hanging out, and we discussed what songs we are looking forward to the most in the remakes. And at one point, we were talking about Giratina's battle theme, and we were both like, if this is not in the remakes, we're gonna be livid. So that kind of got me the idea of what songs from the original are we looking forward to the most being remastered in the remakes.
Okay. Do we go in order of voice chat then?
Sure. So that would be Sam.
Dialga Palkia's theme song and Giratina's theme songs are the ones, or a few I would love to see remastered. They were
Taste.
pretty good in the original, but I think they will sound pretty kick-ass if they're remastered, of course, or remixed.
Yeah.
I think there. What else are there? Every route. Oh fuck! What was it called? Was it Route 102? I think.
It's-
Route 202.
It's 201 and 202.
There is no 102 in Sinnoh.
Yeah,
You'd have to go to Helen for that.
yeah.
Yeah, 202. I think would sound pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, we heard a little bit of it during the Pokemon Presents.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Alright,
there will be many more.
Yeah, alright. 201 and 202 have the same theme. Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
So it's,
Yeah, I think. Yeah, that.
of
Wow,
course.
I can hear it.
Yeah, so can I. So is that all that you have to say, Sam?
Yeah.
All right. I pretty much have the same answer as you. The Yoga Podcast battle theme is my personal favorite track in the Pokemon series, so I think it's gonna make me cry when I hear it in the remakes. Not gonna lie.
I think we all do.
Oh god, Cynthia in orchestrated. Oh god. Oh, I'm not ready to be floored by that.
I'm gonna lose my shit.
I think we all will.
I'm gonna cry like a bitch when that happens.
Since Palmer was in the original Diamond and Pearl, I was thinking, what if they remastered the Frontier Brain theme from Platinum?
I hope so.
Because they
Yeah,
did
I
that
hope so,
for the Battle Chateau in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, even though that didn't have a Battle Frontier.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm hoping they do that.
Yeah,
I'm sure they will.
yeah, because in the original Diamond and Pearl, Palmer used Cynthia's battle theme when you faced him,
Right.
which is
Yeah,
it feels off.
When I first heard that, that just I don't know, it felt wrong to me.
Yeah, it felt really weird. It felt very weird.
Um,
It was so off-putting.
yeah, I hadn't like because I played Diamond and I'm not actually I'm like not even at Gym 3 and Platinum yet. Like I just I'm like listening to the Frontier Brain theme for the first time ever right now.
Oh wow.
Oh,
I have never like listened to it before.
Yeah, it's a pretty fire song.
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty good.
So did Emeralds too. Like that was pretty kick ass as well.
Yes.
Okay, I'd heard Emerald's Frontier Brain theme because everyone heard Emerald's Frontier Brain theme.
Yeah.
The Aureus version was alright.
I prefer Emeralds, to be honest.
I prefer Emerald too.
Wow.
Just get a big kick out of it every time you hear the Emerald version.
Oh, it gives also a very serious vibe too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Platinum's definitely brings the excitement, but it doesn't really pack the intensity that it's supposed to bring.
Yeah.
I feel like it brings as much as Emerald did, in my opinion. But
That's fair.
fair. Yeah.
But I feel like Aura's kind of toned it down a little bit as it had more of an excitement vibe to it.
Yeah, that's why I prefer Emeralds.
That's valid.
Me too.
And Heart Gold Soul Silver is basically just the same thing as Platinum in a different sound font.
Yeah.
In fact, only a few instruments were changed for Heart Gold Soul Silver. For that version, at least. Which surprises me. But other than that, Route 209. I'm so ready for that. Route 216 too,
Yes. I need.
and Snow Point City as well. My God.
Yes. I need.
We all need.
I want to hear Route 216 and Route 217. I want to hear that theme in HD.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yes, same.
I'm not ready for it. Like the nostalgia
Fuck we
overload.
were, though.
The nostalgia overload is going to be so strong.
I know.
Same.
But other than that, that's pretty much all I got. So honey, what are you looking forward to the most?
The lake theme, because it's my favorite theme of all time. I love that
Yeah.
theme. It's my ringtone.
That's valid.
Twin Leaf Town for sure.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised we didn't hear that.
Yeah, same. But I am looking forward to it. Cyrus's theme, looking forward to that.
How has neither, how
Yes.
didn't Sam and I mention that yet?
I don't know. Uh,
To be fair, Kyle, I did say every theme, but that was just too sudden. But I
that's,
agree, I should have mentioned it.
that's too
Yeah.
generic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cynthia's theme for sure. Um, what else? Sunny Shore's theme, Veilstone's theme,
Oh,
Yes.
I hope.
the Underground theme.
Yes.
Oh.
I hope that Veilstone gets a jazz remix for its theme in the remakes.
Yeah.
It
Too bad
gives
we're not gonna get the game corner.
it gives off a jazz vibe.
Yeah, it does.
What the heck?
It
The
really, really does.
Oh,
what the?
Jubilife City's theme too.
Yes, sir.
Of
What's-
course.
Okay, this isn't like a thing that is really gonna be likely, but I mentioned this to Cam the other day, but I do want the Elite Four to have some sort of distinct theme
Yeah.
because it's literally just the gym battle theme but with a different pitch.
Yeah, like something original.
Yeah. Yeah, something original because I think like it's the Elite Four, like it should have something distinct really.
Yeah. Well, actually, now that you brought that up, something interesting to note is in the official Pokemon Diamond and Pearl soundtrack that was released on iTunes, the background for when you're walking through the Pokemon League is labeled as Decisive Battle, even though it's not a battle theme.
Oh.
So I feel like that should probably get reworked as a battle track as opposed to just reusing and just repurposing the gym leader theme.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I love the gym leader theme, but you know, like in the Elite Four, they're like important people, so I feel like they definitely deserve their own theme.
Yeah. I mean, it's more effort than Heart Gold Soul Silver, which just did the same thing as the original Gold and Silver by reusing the
Yeah.
Johto gym leader theme.
Yeah, I had a problem with that too. Not gonna lie.
Granted, Let's Go had the same issue too by just reusing the gym leader theme for its the V4. Man, the V4 is just getting poor to V4.
I didn't know that actually, but you know, I've never played Let's Go, so obviously I wouldn't know.
I mean, Fire Wave Green was the same story as well.
Again, never played that game, so I wouldn't know.
Moving on.
Yeah. What else? Other themes that I'm looking forward to. You know, I'm just gonna say the gym leader theme because I've mentioned.
Mood.
Big mood.
Barry's theme.
Yes.
I want. This is unrelated, but I want Barry to dance when we see him. When we fight him, I mean. If he doesn't dance, I'm rage quitting. he needs to do his Barry dance. It's too iconic.
0 out of
Anyway.
10. No berry dance.
Yeah. What else? I think that's it.
All right. Colin, what do you have to say?
All right. So we're talking about, is it themes that we want to see remastered or?
Music that you're looking forward to hearing remastered.
Okay. This.
Card.
Heart Home
Yeah.
City. Hey.
Let's go.
I am listening to it right now.
All-
I actually heard it for a bit.
Of
All the
course,
Sinnoh
yes.
music.
But I also want Jubilife.
Yep.
Because Jubilife is my favourite city theme in the entire franchise.
Yep.
Pog.
Yeah.
In fact, I remember Jubilife got a remaster for X and Y actually.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
did?
it did.
Yeah. There's a house in Snowbell. That could.
Oh.
Yeah, when you talk to a certain
I know what you're
NPC.
talking. I know what
Yep.
you're talking about. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like I remember like when I first played it and why I just talked to that person, and then all of a sudden, Jubilee City started playing, and
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that.
and even though I was like only 13, and it really shouldn't have been so nostalgic, because I started crying anyway.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Imagine what your reaction is gonna be when the remakes actually come out.
Oh my god. I can imagine it right now.
I'm gonna cry as soon as I reach the lake theme. Like,
I'm probably gonna be emotional when we open the damn game.
yeah, same, because Twin Leaf sound is
Yeah.
like
Guys,
you can hear the Twin Leaf
guys,
sound team as soon as you turn on the game.
What?
Guys, I'm gonna cry like a bitch as soon as I unbox the game. Just letting you guys out there.
Yep, and oh god, the triple question mark thing again.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, no
expected.
surprise here.
The Great Marsh is amazing.
It
Yeah.
is.
It's
Great
groovy.
I was just in the Great Marsh, actually.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you caught a shroomish.
Yes, I know.
Oh, Renegade Platinum, okay.
Yeah.
What else? Veilstone,
Veilstone
yes,
City,
sir.
Yes,
We can't forget about that jazz track.
Nope.
I want it. I need it.
Like if the lead instrument is not a saxophone of any kind, I will be livid. Like, oh my god, it screams jazz.
When the remakes come out, you better go back to this podcast to see like if every one of your wishes have been fulfilled.
Oh, absolutely, I'm going to do that. I think we all will. Kind of like, we could probably like do that as like an end of year special,
True.
because that will be enough time
yeah.
for all of us to play the games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I want to see this really short track remastered.
Oh yeah, yeah. This
Yes, I love this entire theme.
it has that.
Oh,
that
yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the
oh
night, the night
yes.
theme.
In fact, Sinnoh was the only region that had a variant for Pokemon Center at night.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like,
This is
like,
why
like,
Sinnoh is
like,
fog.
Sinnoh has like more night themes than anything else, I think, because
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
like it's like everywhere like has a day and night version, and like Sun and Moon was the only one to like properly continue that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised the Heart Gold Soul Silver didn't have any night versions of its soundtrack. Because Gold and Silver were the first games to have the day-night cycle.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that was also a remake, so I'm not really surprised.
But at least it like included in the GB sounds, and I don't think even not even that was there. I could go check right now, but I'm too lazy to do it.
You don't have to do it right now.
Yeah, especially since we're recording the podcast right now.
Yeah. Anything else, Caleb?
Yes. So, something that I'm really surprised no one has mentioned yet.
Eternal Forest.
Eternal Forest.
God damn.
Yeah. Yes.
I've been recently playing that at night while I'm sleeping. After
I
the
need.
announcement of the remakes, and I'm like, shit, I should have mentioned that.
Need.
Like, that's just so soothing.
It really is.
Yeah.
So melancholic.
Like every other forest in Pokemon has like some sort of like creepy or mysterious theme, and Eternus and like, but the theme for Eterna Forest is just really calming.
It's just really peaceful.
Yeah.
So peaceful.
I do wonder what changes that could be made for Spear Pillar, too.
Oh, true.
Old Chateau, that
Old
too.
Chateau,
That
yes,
too.
definitely. Might as well just list off every theme in here.
I mean,
Yeah.
Sinnoh has such a good soundtrack in general.
Hey, no, you're not wrong.
It's just so good.
Yep. Anything else, Callum?
That's basically just saying everything.
Oh,
Of course.
Everything.
Everything.
Let's throw it all in there.
How many tracks are there?
Well over
Actually,
100.
205 tracks.
Holy shit!
Really?
Oh my!
No
Oh my
way.
god!
Hold on, I have the soundtrack on my computer. Hold on, let me see it.
Oh, I didn't even realize that the special program was considered its own theme.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
But also, there are like a few unused tracks in there. Like they have the Azure Flute and the Artist Battle in there too.
Yeah.
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 Which the Azure Flute I discovered like about 2 minutes ago.
Oh my god!
And-
How has no one mentioned Rowan's laboratory? Like that theme is also
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
I mean, we heard that,
Mhm.
and we heard a part of it in the in during the Pokemon Presents as well.
Yes, but it's still.
yeah. But what I was saying was like 2 minutes ago I discovered that the Azure Flute is playing the opening to Diamond and Pearl.
Really?
Like,
Oh, cool.
Mm.
yeah, it's like a very stripped down version of it because it's a flute, but it's like let me see if I can listen to it again. Just
I find it funny how
uh,
everyone knows about the Azurfu, even though it was never released to the public.
yeah,
Sad but
Um,
true.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, I hear the resemblance.
but like that is such a cool detail.
It is.
It is, yeah.
It's like it's like you're summoning the one Pokemon that began everything.
You're summoning
So-
God.
You're summoning God.
I mean, technically, the god is the thing that created Arceus' egg. Anyway, like as far like Arceus had only canonically confirmed to have like created Sinnoh and Ransay. Cause like all the lore in Sinnoh just says and Arceus had like a million hands or whatever. I've forgotten how many. I think it was like 1,000 maybe. But and they all created Sinnoh, and like they only mentioned Sinnoh. So like in canon, it only confirmed that Arceus created Sinnoh and Ransay, and not the rest of the Pokemon world.
I mean, we're gonna be seeing it, or most likely gonna hear a little bit more explored more in Legends.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, because we basically had no lore about Arceus.
No,
Like-
we really didn't.
The most important Arceus has ever been any Pokemon game before Legends is Conquest.
Yeah.
Which Conquest is a great game, but like it's just funny how it has more relevance in a side game than any of the main games until now.
In fact, it actually did have a little bit of a role in Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs as well. At least in a multiplayer feature.
Oh right, yeah. I haven't played the multiplayer thing because that's super hard to do by yourself.
Yeah, it is. I haven't even done it myself, but I heard the music that plays when you catch Arceus in that game, and it is godly.
Yeah, I know you can do it by yourself, but like it takes like ages, like a lot of time.
Not worth it for me.
Yeah, like I want to be able to do it by myself one day just so I can say that I've done it just so that I can say that I've done it. But
Just
like,
for the bragging rights.
yeah, but like that's a time commitment.
Yeah. I'd rather be playing other games in that time.
Yeah, and it's not like I don't have Guardian signed. Like I am trying to like 100% it at the moment.
Oh, good luck
So
with
so
that.
so like I do plan to do the multiplayer mission, so I can like actually like 100% it. But
Good luck with that.
yeah,
Yeah, we went on a little bit of a tangent.
yeah, but like it was to be expected. Oh yeah. Speaking of Legends, wait a second. They better remaster this at least in Legends.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
they have to.
Like, I swear, I swear,
If they don't, it's a missed opportunity.
I swear, if Arceus does happen to be the final boss of Legends, and something of this does not play during that battle, I will
Yeah.
riot.
I will be mad if they don't play this because
I mean, the only way that we could officially hear it outside
maybe-
of Sinnoh is through the Sinja ruins and Hercule Soul Silver. But anyway, anything else before we move on?
Oh, like I do have a thought now that you've just put into my head, but I think we'll get to that when we like officially talk about Legends anyway.
Yeah, because we are going to be talking about Legends later in today's episode.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
So definitely hold that thought.
I'm gonna figure. I'm just gonna note it down somewhere.
Okay. So moving on. We just want to go over some quick announcements before we in the Pokemon world before we move on to our next big thing. For example, on the most recent episode of Pokemon Journeys, it has been revealed that Go is indeed going to be in possession of Grookey. So now he has all 3 Galar starters.
Yeah, I think
good for him, I
Yeah,
guess.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised either. I expected it.
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
everyone's
it
not
was
coming. I think.
really obvious that Go was gonna catch Grookey after he got Sobble, so
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
it's not really that surprising.
Yeah, definitely. All right, and next up, the next Japanese TCG sets was revealed and it's going to be featuring Calyrex in both of its rider forms, which are going to be called Silver Lance and Jet Black Poltergeist, which is set to be released in Japan on April 23rd. Moving on to Pokemon Go, Niantic revealed a new player referral system, which allows you to refer to another person to play the game to get certain rewards. But no time of release has been said for when it could be rolled out. And
Wait. What the hell is a player referral system? I'm confused.
I don't,
Yeah,
I don't think much details have even been given out about it yet because it was just announced a few days ago. But anyway, and also regarding to Pokemon Go, it actually got nominated for favorite video game at Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Awards, which is hilarious to me.
What?
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah. Something that I have something that I've learned over the past few years is the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards are hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't even watch them.
And I don't watch them
Nah,
either,
me
but like
neither.
the nominations are always so shit.
Why Pokemon Go of all games?
Like, I'm just confused as to why it got nominated now instead of when it was very popular back when it first came out in 2016.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know,
This
right?
is weird.
It's so whack, but it's so whack, it's funny.
Yeah.
But anyway, that pretty much covers all the brief stuff. We could make that a segment in the future, but I bet if I keep this up for 3 episodes straight, we will make it a segment.
Alright.
So we might take some name suggestions if that happens. But moving on, stepping away from Pokemon for a moment, because there have been some new reports of a potentially upgraded Switch happening very soon, as there have been reports saying that Nintendo has ordered a supply of OLED screens from Samsung to be used in a new device. And the details, along with reports saying that this upgraded model could support some kind of 4K. So this sounds like
Ooh.
So it sounds like this could be a mid-life update model, kind of like the new Nintendo 3DS or the PS4 Pro, for example. So, and maybe just like the new 3DS, there will be games that could be played on both the Switch and this upgraded Switch, but also this upgraded Switch could have exclusive titles. Kind of, again, just like the new 3DS. But given the very thin body of the current Nintendo Switch, I don't know if it's going to be able to achieve the same kind of 4K gaming that you can get on, say, an Xbox One X, for example. Like, it's just too small to push out all the heat that could be generated from the CPU working so hard to push 4K. So I think this is definitely going to be like some kind of upscaling to achieve 4K. Like, if anything, I think a given for 4K support is 4K streaming through services like Hulu and YouTube.
Pog.
Now, nothing has been confirmed by Nintendo or Samsung yet, but I think we could very well be seeing some kind of announcement, maybe middle of the year, but I'm not getting my hopes up, but signs are pointing to an upgraded Switch releasing probably in the fall.
I guess we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that would be like. I mean, I'm not gonna buy it because I have like a Switch.
Yeah, same.
But like, it would be like cool to see
like especially since everyone's been talking about an upgraded Switch forever, basically ever since the console first came out.
I don't care much about an upgraded Switch. I think we need upgraded Joy-Cons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No report has said about anything about any new controllers, at least as of yet.
Because that's the thing, like Nintendo were like arguing in court that like Joycon Drift wasn't a problem and that no one cared.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I remember reading up about that.
Stupid.
And like
It's very disappointing.
yeah, and like everyone got like rightfully mad about that because it had a problem and
It is a
and, like,
problem.
everyone cared.
It is
So-
a huge problem.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if like the Joy-Con definitely needs some heavy revision.
Oh yeah,
It
definitely.
Mm,
Like
It really,
Like for a
really
modern
Like-
console in 2021, having a stick that fails that often is not a good sign.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Like I would expect like something like the Nintendo 64 to have a fail-prone stick because that was the first console to use an analog control stick, so that's forgiving. But for a device that came out in 2017 that fails more often than say a GameCube controller, like come
It's
on.
very disappointing.
yeah, like I get that like every single like console with a joystick is going to like drift at some point, but like the fact that that like Joy-Cons can do it after like a few months is just
It sucks. It does suck.
I feel like the most surprising element is that Nintendo basically refuses to acknowledge it.
that's not really surprising though. Like that's just annoying.
Yeah. Quality control has definitely not been Nintendo's strong spot with the Switch so far. So hopefully this
Yeah.
upgraded model will change that.
Yeah, fair point.
I hope so, but like I doubt they'll do anything with the Joy-Cons because like I think they kind of like the drift because it just makes them because Joy-Cons are expensive, so people go out to buy new Joy-Cons when their controllers drift. So it's just this problem actually gets us more money. So
Yeah, that's
That's a
annoying.
fair point. Actually.
That is annoying
Some-
though.
It's a money making scam.
It prints money.
yeah,
But we'll wait and see what happens. I mean, all this stuff could very well be false as well, but like when it comes to these supposed rumors and stuff like that. But we'll see. I normally don't like discussing rumors, but this is just so interesting to me that I just had to bring it up.
Yeah.
And
no,
plus, I'm a nerd. I'm a tech nerd.
Of course.
We're all nerds.
Fair
We're
point.
dorks.
Plus,
Dork, nerds, whatever.
but honestly, I'm kind of surprised that we
Yeah.
haven't seen. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen the Pokemon Edition Switch now so far. For the 25th anniversary. Because they did.
Maybe later this year.
Yeah, because they did an anniversary edition for the 20th anniversary for the 3DS, but nothing yet for the Switch. And I think they're probably waiting for this upgraded model to announce it, because that's exactly what happened with the Switch Lite when that was announced. But but let's say if there was a special edition to go along with the release of the City remakes, what do you guys think it could look like? Just
Probably something Pikachu related.
I mean, like I
Pikachu
I
and
think it'll-
Eevee combined? Question mark.
It's not
That-
Let's
that-
Go Eevee Pikachu.
Yeah, that's literally the Let's Go edition you're talking about, Sam.
I wasn't actually thinking about that.
Well, you did.
Fair enough.
Like-
Fair enough.
I'm expecting a Dialga and Palkia Switch, to be honest.
Yeah, Sam.
For the GP remake.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
and like,
If
well,
only we could get Giratina and Arceus slapped in there too.
That would be
I
the
mean, we're
dream.
getting Arceus for Legends.
Yeah.
yeah, Like,
So
I do have like a
I doubt
so,
they'll have like
an
an exclusive.
Arceus in Switch.
I doubt that.
That's debatable.
Very disappointing.
Well, I mean, considering how close the release schedule is going to be for the City remakes and Legends, I feel like releasing 2 special editions in that short a period of time would be a little bit of a headache for collectors.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But then again, Nintendo released 2 special edition new 3DS XLs when it released here in North America on the same day.
So basically anything's possible.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Time and
figured.
space will tell.
Yep.
That's my line. Shut the fuck
Wow. Oh my god.
But something that, but in terms of what I would think, what we could see for Instant Remake Edition upgraded Switch, I think they're gonna have different colored Joy-Cons. Honestly, one be blue and one be pink for Dialga and Palkia.
Yes.
Yeah,
I need. That would be perfect also for like Pokage colors. You know,
Exactly.
because they're both pink and blue.
Yeah, true. But
you know,
Pink and blue.
something funny about that.
and I think the
Is
dock
that-
and I think the dock could take on a special aesthetic as well. I'm not sure what, but also I could also see just an all blue for wow, I almost said something completely different. I see an all blue for Brilliant Diamond and all pink for Shining Pearl. And both and I think regardless of what happens, I think you'll be seeing 2 versions. One that includes each version of the game. Kind of like the Let's Go versions. Like, I just want a 25th anniversary edition Switch. Like, come on.
yeah.
I mean, I probably won't buy it, but it would be nice to see.
Like, just take out the aesthetic of a Pokeball and you call it a
probably
day.
For us aesthetics sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you could just, put it upside your wall and just look at it.
Yeah.
That would be a more valuable experience than just playing it. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I can also see, like, a special edition Pro Controller as well. Like, I really only pick up a limited edition if I already don't own Sense System. Like, when the new 2DS XL came out, I didn't have one, obviously. But when I saw the Pokeball edition, I was like, I better wait for that instead. Screw custom switches, I want Pokemon. Just, yup, spitting facts.
Do you know something funny about the Poketch?
What?
So, like, there are only two colors, blue and pink, right?
Yeah.
And
And Barry's is orange.
Barry's like the only one to get a different color, which is orange. He's just like, no, I want orange.
Yeah.
I will take orange and nothing else. Damn it.
I'm gonna fine you for making only two colors.
I
He doesn't want to match with Vocus or Dawn.
yeah. We should just get
We should just get Pokemon in all colors.
yeah, no, like we should get to customize our Pokédex.
That too.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea how they're gonna implement the Pokédex and the thing, because it was designed for the bottom screen, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if
But
anything,
they're gonna have-
we could definitely see like a new Pokédex toy being released for the game's release,
yeah.
and it'd be like a kid-friendly smartwatch. But anyway, speaking of the Switch, last week we actually did not talk about the fact that the Switch's 4th anniversary was also in the same week. But of course, last week's episode was not even aired, so go give a Pokédex in the anime to celebrate remakes. Yes! That's perfect. But yeah, in the same week as when we recorded last week's lost episode, the Switch's 4th anniversary was the same week as well. So I feel like we could,
All right.
so I feel like we I feel like we could probably talk a little bit more about our thoughts on the Switch as a whole after 4 years of being on the market,
Okay.
and like our favorite part about it, or what's our favorite game on the platform as well, as of when recording this episode. So Sam, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, I can start.
All right.
Switch.
Yes.
I have no opinions on it.
Wow.
What?
Nah, but in all seriousness, though, I honestly don't know where to start. Quite honestly, because mostly because my my thoughts on Switch are pretty vague, and that's because I never really got one till 2019, and I
Oh, wow.
only played Sword and Shield with it.
Oh wow.
Actually, fun fact, I actually bought my Switch the same day I got my Pokemon Sword. It's
Oh
all
wow.
up on Twitter.
Oh, Pog.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say, to be quite honestly.
That's fine.
Fuck me, fuck me, Amadeus. This did not start out well.
It's okay.
Yeah. I'm really sorry to say this, but I think I might have to skip out on this one. The closest thing I can say regarding your question, Kyle, is that they're pretty portable, actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're actually pretty. I was actually surprised that they're actually more lightweight than like the 3DS ones. I don't know if that's noticeable, but like I'm holding both right now in my hands, and surprisingly, for being much longer, Switch is just less weightier. That's more of a preference type, I guess, but like
All
something
right.
I noticed. But yeah, Sword all the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Clap. Big clap.
I had to do that. Yeah, I have nothing else to say, so we can continue on.
Anyway, but anyway, as for me, I didn't get mine immediately at launch because the game library was pretty short, was pretty small when it first came out, and dropping $300 on a handheld is pretty tough to swallow. But I think it's fantastic. Quality control issues aside, I love just how versatile this form factor is. Like being able to have it be a home console when you want to, and be able to take it out of the dock to become a portable is just, that was a game changer because I grew up on handhelds, but I never really spent a lot of time on home consoles. So I never really got to experience the high quality games that you got on home consoles that much. At least not to the extent of handhelds. But with the Switch, that's all changed really because for a while I primarily played in handheld mode, and when the Switch Lite was revealed, that was like, that's the Switch for me because it's just so much more portable. Both models are pretty portable to be honest. Although I do find the size of the regular Switch in handheld mode to be a little too big for my liking, and also a little too heavy. But it kind of needs to be that size so that it could become this, so that it could be the hybrid that it is. And I think that it was brilliant. Like the design of the Switch itself was so on point, even if the execution, I feel like it was good, but I think it could be better. Especially when it comes to stuff like the dock and the really scratch-prone screen cover, and also the low storage too. Like I don't understand why it has 32 gigs of storage.
Same.
But
I have a huge problem with that.
But like, and also its ecosystem in general is much more expensive. But overall, this is definitely a favorite of mine. It's tied with the DS and 3DS for my favorite console of all time, really.
Oh, Pog.
It's just so many incredible games, and Nintendo really needed this to succeed, to stay afloat after the disaster of the Wii U. But the 3DS can only keep them going for so long. So, and I was like, and when the Switch first came out, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is gonna replace the 3DS," and I'm like, I was a little torn about it because Nintendo's always had two different consoles, one for at home and one for on the go. I was like, are they really gonna go all in with this one system? But turns out they did after discontinuing the 3DS back in September. But I haven't used it now. I'd say it's incredible, and I absolutely love it. Well, that's my favorite game by far. Pokemon Sword and Shield. That's my most played game.
Yay, big crap.
Sword and Shield gang, rise up.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Although, Super Mario Odyssey, also a phenomenal game.
Extra points.
Also a phenomenal game.
I love that game. I've been thinking of replaying it recently, to be honest.
It's so good.
Odyssey is so fun.
It is.
Good.
Smash Ultimate is by far my favorite fighting game. I don't play that many fighting games, but it's just so much fun to play. And you can't.
I used to play that first, but I'm just so bad at it that I don't play it anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah, I just don't have it.
Yeah. But also, you can't talk about the Switch.
I don't have it either.
But you can't talk about the Switch without talking about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I personally am not.
That's just an incredible game.
I personally am not the biggest fan of it, but I can definitely understand why people love it so much. It's not for me, but I could definitely appreciate it.
I don't have the game, so I have no opinion.
That's fair.
Me too.
But
I do have it, and I love it. So
that's pretty much all I have to say, though. So, honey, you're next.
Okay, first of all, I can't believe it's already been 4 years, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
I thought it was only like 2 or 3 years, to be honest.
It still feels
Like-
it still feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Actually, it feels like it's been only 2 or 3 years because that's probably the lifetime from when I got it. Because I think I got it in 2018 or something. I got it during December, so Christmas time, but I can't remember what year it was.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember getting mine shortly after my birthday in 2018.
Okay. Yeah, mine was like an early Christmas gift, so that was nice.
Nice.
Um, yeah, as
Awesome.
for the Switch, I really like it. I really like being able to play on a TV. I like handheld mode, but I've always wanted to play like Pokemon games on the TV, and that's what we got. So I'm happy, and I'm personally I don't really see the need to like take the Switch with me outside since I can't really go outside anymore.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, playing on the TV is like a huge benefit to me. Um, yeah, and I think my only issue with the Switch is like the storage issue, which you already mentioned, Kyle. So,
Yeah.
but other than that, it's a great console. If there are ever like custom Switches, that's great. But I don't think I'll buy it since I already have one of my own.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
As for my favorite games, yeah, Pokemon Sword, and probably Mario Odyssey as well. And probably Mario Odyssey as well.
Yeah, that's fair. Anything else?
Mm, no, not really.
All right, Colin, what do you have to say?
Well, first of all, holy shit, 4 fucking years.
Unbelievable.
I know it is. Um, the Switch as a console, I love. Like it's like I think personally, just because like I'm not much of a console gamer. Like I play it in handheld all the time. Like so, and like even then, I think I like the DS a bit more. But I still love the Switch. It's just I'm more of a handheld gamer, like, really. But
That's fair.
yeah, but like the Switch is just it's great. Like it has great games. Like I mean that's really all I can take. I'm not really much of of like a nerd when it comes to like consoles and shit. But like I know that it has great games and Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild are both incredible games. Like Sword and Shield is also really good. Let's Go. Well, Let's Go is fun for what it is. Plus I get to like pet the Eevee, which is the most adorable, which is the cutest thing ever.
That I can admit is true.
Yes. Um, Octopath Traveler might just be my favorite game for the Switch 'cause it's just so like it's so good. Octopath Traveler is just a really good game. It's really fun. It's really it's difficult, like, but not too difficult.
I haven't
Um
played that actually.
it's really good. I would recommend it. It's got an interesting story. The soundtrack is fucking phenomenal for Octopath Traveler. Yeah, and of course
Oh,
Nice.
there's a Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is also great.
oh,
Um,
true, true.
Right, Fire Emblem.
and like I don't really have that Pokémon DX.
Pokken! How could I forget
Oh.
Pokken?
All right.
Granted, that's a
I know,
port.
Is amazing.
yeah, like it's a port from like an arcade game, but yes, cause like if the because it did come out for the Wii U, but the Switch version includes all the shit that they introduced in the arcade games, but not the Wii U version too.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Pokemon port, or rather just Pokemon DX, is really fun. Um, Surprisingly, I do not main Krogunk in that game, although I may try to do that next time I play, because I haven't played it in a while.
Of course.
Everything has to be Krogan.
Yeah, yes, Sam. Like,
And it has to be, it's a rule of columns.
yes.
His profile
Of
picture is
course.
literally Kogunk.
But, right, now to the things that I don't really like about the Switch. I don't really get an opportunity to use the Switch's TV mode often, because I don't have a TV in my bedroom, so
Oh.
Oh, okay.
like I wouldn't really do it anyway, because honestly I like playing handheld games more.
That's fair.
So like in terms of being a handheld game, I think the gamepad is too big, and like I think that maybe the Switch Lite would probably be better for me, but I don't have a Switch Lite. I have a Switch, and I'm not getting a Switch Lite when I already have a Switch. So
Okay.
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
but obviously there's Joycon Drift, which is horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also,
And then
and also the lack of a D-pad on the Joy-Con is very weird.
I know, like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't,
didn't
true.
like that
I don't
either.
like it.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
I didn't like it either.
I mean, I get
just
why
some-
I get why it's there, so you can use it sideways, but who's gonna be doing that very often? Like,
It's just something I've gotten used
Nobody.
to now, to be
Literally
honest.
nobody.
Nobody.
yeah, like I think it should have a D-pad. But there's also the whole thing about like I know you guys are all are all uh, we're complaining about the storage. The storage so far, I don't really have many games for the Switch, or like any photos that I take. 'Cause I don't I don't like screenshot and video very often, so the storage hasn't really become like a problem for me on the Switch yet. Like I assume that it will someday, but like just as of yet, it's just not a problem to me.
that's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. I mean, you could get good micro SD cards for very cheap, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got one.
But like, Nintendo's offerings are too expensive.
Yeah.
Like, you could get a similar capacity card for much less money than what Nintendo would charge.
yeah, yeah. Like
Nintendo sucks.
yeah, and there's all like these like
It
knockoff
really
Joy-Cons that don't really work as well, but like they still work, and they don't have like drift.
At least the unlicensed. Are you talking about the licensed ones or the unlicensed ones?
I was talking about the unlicensed ones.
Okay.
Like they exist, and they
Yeah.
don't and from what I found, they don't really work as well. Like sometimes they're like fidgety to get on the Switch. Or rather, I'm just going from what I've heard really, because like I don't have any, but like sometimes they're fidgety to get on the Switch, but like they don't drift, and they're cheaper. I just so like yeah, like the Joy-Cons suck.
I mean,
But and like
I mean, don't get me wrong. The Joy-Con is a really good idea. It's just the execution. It could have been better, especially given how expensive they
Yeah.
are.
I
Definitely.
don't really use Joy-Cons that much now that I have the Pro
Yeah.
controller.
Yeah, same.
I want the Pro controller so badly.
It's
just really
so
expensive.
good.
It's so good, but it's
Yeah.
just expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I just
I can't really think of one time where I used Joy-Cons after I got my Pro Controller, to be honest.
That's because there's no point. Like,
Exactly.
Like, the only time where I do have to use my Joy-Cons is for games that don't even support the Pro Controller.
Yeah,
Even
but there are
then,
barely
it's
games
rare,
that
I
don't.
guess.
Yeah. Like, if the sticks were not as fail prone, then I would just be like, they're fine, but they're just too small. But since
Yeah.
the sticks are so fail prone, it's tough to recommend anyone buying more Joy-Cons unless they're getting them from multiplayer. And even then, you can find good third-party controllers for much less money. Once they're
yeah.
even once they are licensed for the Switch.
hmm Yeah. Yeah. I just like. I think it's like. I think it's like a crime that the Joy-Cons are so expensive. Like, they're clearly not like that expensive to make, and they're clearly cheaply made a lot like half the damn time. So like, why the fuck are they 60 quid? I think half the time they only sell like one Joy-Con at a time. So I hate like Nintendo's treatment of like the Joy-Con, or rather Nintendo's treatment of the customers via the Joy-Cons is not good at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
really
could
not
definitely
good.
it could definitely be improved.
Yeah.
But they
That,
don't care really.
no, they don't. Like,
Like, if they did, they would have fixed the problem a long time ago.
oh yeah, like they could have fixed it like right after it, like right after the first cases. They're not
Yeah,
cases, or like right after like the first reports come in.
yeah, but they didn't.
Like
So
the
Yeah.
most that they did was offer free repairs here in the States. I'm not sure about you folks in Europe, but that's probably the most that they've done over here.
I actually don't remember. I actually don't even remember that.
I don't think that they did do that over here, or if they did, like I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, so it sounds like they only did it here in the States then. But anyway, anything else that you want to add?
I don't think so. I think that's it.
All right. All right, and the last bit is going to be a little bit of speculating for Pokemon Legends Arceus. Because we did not talk about that in the last episode, so I feel like it would be fair to talk about it here.
All right.
So stuff like how
yeah.
far in the past do we think it could be set in? What features could we want? Where could we possibly start? And when do we think the game could be released?
Okay.
So, since Colin, since you have I'm assuming you have a lot of things to say. So why don't we start in reverse order, starting with you?
Okay. Right. So the I'm gonna start with the thing that you made me like realize earlier on, right?
Okay.
The Sinjo ruins, like they're a place that canonically exists between Sinnoh and Johto.
Yep.
So what if there? So what? And we know that there's like that they are connected to Arceus. Like, um, so what if they're in Legend?
I would not be surprised, honestly.
Like,
But the thing is, how far close are Johto and Sinnoh?
um, well, that's the thing. Like, it's implied. We know that like Kanto and Johto are like one like continent, right?
Yeah.
It's implied that Sinnoh is to the north of them, like in the same continent. Like that's like implied like in the games a lot really.
Yeah. True.
Like in Gen 4. So and hell the Sinjo ruins is like the biggest piece of it, it's like the biggest piece of evidence of that, because we know it's canonically between the two regions.
True.
So I do think that there's a decent chance of it being there.
Yeah. Good point.
What I also and what I also think is that I saw a post on Tumblr that had like a lot of evidence to suggest that the starting town it was actually like a proto Selacion town.
I was going to mention that.
It seemed like it, honestly.
Yeah, cause like Kyle, I think like you reblogged it from me, so
Yeah, I did.
yeah, so, like, but like it's a
It
I
lines up.
feel like
It lines up.
yeah, it really does. Like, there's so much evidence towards it.
In fact, let me go get the link to that post so I can
Yeah, yeah.
copy link.
There's so much evidence towards it, but like, I'm not gonna lie, I was really hoping, like, I'm really hoping that it'll be like, that it'll, that it'll actually be like a proto, Celestic town, but because like Celestic is so tied to Sinnoh's legends, that I feel like that would make just as much sense, but there's just more evidence for Selacion at the time, or rather currently.
Yeah, it makes sense because I remember. Yeah, because I think wasn't there an NPC in Diamond Pearl Platinum that said that Selacion Town was nothing but a road at one point? Or am I
Yeah.
am I getting that
No.
wrong?
Yeah, it's right there in the
Yeah,
Tumblr
exactly.
link.
Oh, it
It's
is.
right there, and yeah, it's there.
Yeah, like that's the first bit. That's like their first bit.
It's
Their,
the-
Oh
their
shit! I
first
didn't.
round.
It's the first image.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Um,
and I should have saw that too because I had to go to that post to get the link.
That's interesting.
Like it just
Yeah.
it makes sense though. Because this village that we see in the drawing of the trailer does not look like an early version of Twinleaf Town.
No, it doesn't.
yeah, like it looks too big for Twin Leaf Town.
Yeah, it is.
Like Twin Leaf Town at the end of the day is 4 houses.
Yeah, yeah. And it's
Yeah.
not. It doesn't. And there's not a gate on like both sides of the village either.
Yeah, I feel like it is Selacion, just because that is so much evidence towards it. But
It's a
yeah,
solid possibility.
yeah,
I thought it was Solution, but this just like this just gives even more evidence.
yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Let's think. Yeah. What I wonder is how the Solaceon ruins will tie into the game. Like, will they be ruins? Like will they be actually like, because like depending on how far back this game takes place, which I mean, like there is that thing of Drayden saying, "Oh, when I was a young boy, Pokeball didn't exist," but like at the same time, Pokeballs were created in Kanto and Johto, and the one we have and the one we have in Legends seems to be like kind of like steam powered, so it seems to be somewhere in between Apricorn balls and the modern Pokeball.
Yeah.
So and given that Sinnoh was likely on the same continent, like it makes sense that they would reach Sinnoh before a Unova, which is like and it's on its own thing, like hell, like which is like doing its own thing, like just by like how technology spread, it makes sense that like Unova wouldn't get Pokeballs until like much later than Kanto, Johto, Sinnoh.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So like I think that it's probably like a like I don't think it's like really far in the past. Like I don't think it's like 800 or so years. I think it's like more likely to be at most like 300 years in the past, but I think it's more likely to be like maybe like 200, like 150 years in the past, like closer than I think a lot like closer than I think a lot of people would expect, just because like steam power does exist, and like that's and like and like the errors of Japan that like was that like it takes at least some inspiration from
Yeah.
lasted for like a really long time, like up until like during the 1800s. So technically it can still be based on the Edo period of Japan, but also have steam power and shit.
Makes sense.
So yeah, I do think that it's a lot closer to to the main canon Pokemon timeline than I think a lot of people expect. Um, so it's possible. So it is possible that the Solaceon ruins will still be ruins by then, but not as ruined as they are in Mythic games.
Makes sense.
Mount Coronet, I expect to be. I like Mount Coronet. I expect to be like this big, like untraveled thing, and like you're like the first person to like fully map the entirety of Mount Coronet because it's so big.
Yeah.
Hell, like Mount Coronet might even like reach more of Sinnoh because like you won't have like colonizers like having like probably like mined a lot of that way to make room for towns.
Yeah.
I mean, think of like Eterna Forest. Imagine how much bigger it'll be just because Eterna City like might not exist.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if anything, it'll probably just be a small village.
What I'm hoping is that Eterna Forest is that Eterna City is this kind of like brand new tiny settlement in the middle of the forest, kind of like by Banley.
Oh, yeah.
True, true.
Good point.
That's a good point.
And like
Eternity committed deforestation.
yeah, like that's how like colonization works. Like they would deforest like most probably most of Eterna Forest. Iron Island is just going to be like because like Iron Island probably won't have been mined out.
Nope.
Iron Island will be this big unexplored like land. Like hell, um,
That's definitely going to be uncharted territory.
yeah. I definitely think that Canlave like will exist in some form just because it's such a big place for scholars and like the library has so much history in it.
Yeah.
I think that Canlave will be like one of the bigger settlements.
I think it would probably
Um,
be, I think it will probably be one of the more established locations in Legends, honestly.
yeah, probably.
Even more so than
If
Jubilife, maybe.
maybe yeah, because like Jubilife is more like as the entertainment hub, kind of like the
Yeah, Jubilife seems like more of a modernized city.
yeah,
Exactly.
definitely. Jubilife is kind of like the Nimbasa of Sinnoh, where it's like the entertainment hub of the whole region.
Yeah.
Twin Leaf Town and Sanjum Town, I don't think they like exist in any sort of form. Like
No, I don't think so.
Nah,
they're
I
too
don't think so
small
either.
to like they're too small to be like to have existed like all the way back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, hell, like, I'm not even sure that Jubilife will be a thing.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
And I doubt it would be the same story for Snowpoint either.
No, definitely not.
No, Snow Point, like routes 216, 217, like all the snow areas, I feel like will be like uncharted territory.
Yeah.
Though the Snowpoint Temple, though, that could still be there.
Oh, true.
Oh,
True.
And same goes
if
with the
that's
spear,
the place
and the spear pillar too.
The temple and the spear pillar could still be there, but just maybe like I don't know.
Probably
Not
it probably is in a better shape than in the modern timeline.
Definitely
yeah.
in better shape, but like, I do feel like no point like will exist, and just because like I forgot about the temple, but Snow Point
I don't think Snow Point itself will exist.
no.
If it does, it'll probably just be a really tiny village.
Yeah, that's what I think.
The thing is, like, Snow Point was definitely built around the temple,
Yeah,
so I,
true.
Yeah.
I like when so like I do think that Snow Point will exist in some form.
If
Yeah.
it
Like,
does, I just think it will be like a small little
yeah,
town or village. I just think it'll be very small.
yeah, that makes sense. Um, Pastoria just seems like one of the like one of the newer settlements in the Sentinel, so I expect Pastoria just just to be like like an entire marshland, like a massive marshland. Like,
I was gonna say like, what if Barcelona is like an entire swamp or something?
yeah, like I think that'll be the case.
Yeah,
Yeah, sounds possible.
Yeah.
you can catch all your Kogans there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I said, like when I get Legends, my deck will be Cyndaquil, and then Croak. Um,
Big bra moment.
And then whoever the professor is gonna be like, you're supposed to catch all Pokemon, not just Krogunks.
yes, but like my mission is to create the Croak decks. Um,
Of course.
but yeah, um, I I think that I think that it'll just be Lake Valor and then Swamp.
Yeah.
Sunny Shore definitely won't exist. Like Sunny Shore is
Oh,
too
definitely
Sunny
not.
Shore will definitely not exist.
It's way too advanced.
Mhm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like uh, like Sunny Shore could exist something like simply because like we know Volkner is the entire reason why Sunny Shore is so advanced, so it stands to reason that there was a point in time where it wasn't as advanced.
Yeah.
But there are no gyms in this game, so
Yeah, like the whole thing is that just like port towns or like like the shipping towns like Sunny Shore, like Snow Point, I guess, like they would they would have had to be like established early on, like if they are like major uh, shipping locations, right? So I do think that as so like thinking so like I'm doing so like doing some thinking. It actually is possible that Sunny Shore could exist, but like it definitely won't be like in any sort of form that it does in Down and Barrel.
Makes sense.
Um, Veilstone, I want Veilstone to exist, but like I don't think it will.
Yeah, I
Like
doubt it either.
I think I think it's possible that there might be like the Deoxys meteors there, but
yeah, I think the meteors will be there, but I don't think the whole city will exist yet. No.
yeah,
I keep forgetting
If
that.
it
I keep
does,
forgetting that's even there.
if it does, it probably won't be as established.
yeah. Like I think it'll probably be more like one or two houses with like and it'll just be like some research team going, oh, like these meteors landed here recently,
Yeah.
and we're researching them.
Yeah.
And then like, eventually like they just end up like living there and they eventually like they would found Biltron, I guess, but
God, stuff like this is so interesting.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Heart Home is interesting to me because contest definitely won't exist.
Oh hell no.
No.
Yeah, like
poor
at this point,
contests.
cause this is Sinnoh, contests were imported to Sinnoh from Hoenn, so I think that it's possible that contests might exist in Hoenn during this time, but definitely not Sinnoh.
Definitely not.
Um,
Harlem is like one of the biggest cities in Sinnoh, so
yeah,
I don't think it'll exist.
I don't know, it's so big that it's possible it might, and we do know that there's a cathedral there, and
Yeah.
like just like and it's just religion is an important thing in those time, and rather or religion is was an important thing in those times way more than it is now, right? So the church just had more power. Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I think it's possible that
But would they really tie
no
religion into a Pokemon game?
no I doubt they will, but just going by how sh- shit works. I feel like it's possible that Hearthome started as our religious settlement and then just evolved into what it is nowadays.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Cause just the fact that the cathedral, just the fact that it seemed to be the only place in Sinnoh where where the cathedral, it kind of tells me that it has more religious ties than anywhere else in Sinnoh. But
Yeah, probably.
Victory Road, would be interesting. That's just gonna be Victory Road is gonna be some massive cave with no bridges, no ladders, nothing. Just a massive cave with strong Pokemon, I expect.
Yeah.
Nah, it'll probably just be like a massive cave.
Yeah.
A mess of Uncharted dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I want to see a non-colonized, non just a battle zone where the wildlife runs. Just a battle zone where the wildlife
Oh yeah.
is insane shit.
And
Um,
see if Stark Mountain really did anything to the geography over there in the past.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Storm Mountain is the whole reason why it's more tropical than the rest of Sinnoh.
Exactly.
Yep.
Because volcanoes surprisingly lead to really really lush and plant life and volcanoes actually fertilize the ground nearby them really well.
Hmm.
So yeah, well yeah, Sentinel Spring. Imagine how that'll look.
All right.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Send off
Sentinel
spring.
Spring.
Oh yeah. And also the other three lakes as well.
Oh yeah, the other three lakes will definitely exist.
Lakes will still be there.
I doubt the lakefronts
Yeah.
will. I doubt that the lakes themselves will be changing much, but the lakefronts might take
Yeah.
on a different change, especially Valor Lakefront, because that's like a whole
No.
that's like a whole freaking resort right there.
No, that will definitely not exist.
Exactly.
Yeah. I expect Valor Lakefront to just be I expect it'll be Lake Valor, and then everything around it will be a swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be un it'll be untouched. No one yeah, cause like I said earlier, Pastoria just seems like it's newer than most locations in Sinnoh.
Hmm.
Um, oh yeah, Orberg.
Oh,
right.
oh yeah.
There's the mine too. The Orberg mine.
I feel like the Orberg mine might be if it the Orberg mine might exist, but it'll just be
I
like
feel like
some
that,
it'll be like some tiny mine because like Orberg
yeah,
because like Orberg is a mining town or mining city, I guess. But like I feel like Orberg will be a tiny town with like a tiny mine.
Yeah.
I feel like
Well,
it'll just be like a small village, and then the village will have like a small mine or something.
Yeah, like
yeah, and that small mine could be the start of a bigger expedition. So
yeah,
Right.
and it will have grown to the size that we know today.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
This is so interesting.
I
yeah,
know.
it's like just say like Orbra is this like tiny town that's been making a name for itself recently because it's got like because it's like because like they've just like found like the best coal mine in the like in the like in the region really. Or not like coal mine, but you know they've like started mining the like biggest coal deposit that like Sinnoh has ever seen. But
Yeah.
um
Actually, I thought of something.
Actually, I also thought of something.
alright, go ahead. Like I've spoken so much already.
Yeah.
It was just a thought to add after you guys mentioned the whole mining, the whole mining thing.
And
Yeah,
what's that?
Um, so you know how on the website it says that Pokeballs were made mostly of wood and then steam puffed up from the tops, right, when we go to catch it.
Yeah.
yeah.
So what if like the Pokeballs were made from like the coal mine in Orberg or something?
Oh, that's not crazy.
Yeah, like that thought just literally came into my head after
Yeah,
Galen said
That is
that.
not crazy.
yeah. That would be interesting.
Yeah,
I do wonder what other kinds of Pokeballs we could be seeing, especially
I think it.
for Pokemon that have lower catch rates. Like,
Oh,
if anything, we're probably just gonna get Great and Ultra, but
I
that's about it.
I don't think there will be other types of balls, to be honest.
No, no, like
Like all the other balls seem so modern.
yeah, like to be honest,
I think it's just the old Pokeballs.
Yeah,
I
probably
mean, I
actually.
think that the only like I think actually that the Apricorn balls have a chance of being in the game because we
Oh, true.
know
I forgot about those.
Good
like
point.
like canonically they are like the oldest Pokeballs really. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
and like they don't run on steam power. I think I think that they are are likely older than the steam powered Pokeballs that we have in the game.
Maybe.
Um, but again, it's possible that they might just be like localized to like Kanto and Johto. So
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't even get those in the center region.
No, you
yeah,
couldn't.
because like Great Balls, Ultra Balls, we definitely know that the Master Ball was like a very recent creation by Silco. But
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
um, like Great Balls and Ultra Balls, like were likely created were likely created recently too. I say recently, but like I mean like probably not long before the events of Red and Blue.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
um, that kind of like has to be the same with the Safari Ball too.
Yeah.
Although just because although I do think that the Safari Ball was made before them just because of like the Safari Zone. It's like um just because it is this like big like essentially just a big a wildlife preserve. So I do think that these Safari Balls were likely made before Grey and Ultra. But anyway,
Yeah.
Pokeballs were likely the first modern Pokeball that was created, and it was like, and it was very obviously based on the designs that we see in Legends. So
Makes sense.
yeah.
I do have one thought though, and
Uh,
it doesn't
Yeah.
really it doesn't have any correlation with Pokeballs, but I do wonder about the land that the Pokemon League sits at. Is that pretty much just going to be completely uncharted?
I feel like that's gonna be barren or something.
yeah, like
Because there is no champion or any sort of
There was no
uh,
Pokemon League established.
yeah, exactly.
Because this game, you're completing the first Pokedex, so there was definitely no Pokemon League, nor any gyms at that point.
Exactly.
So I do wonder, like, especially in the area after the Pokemon League, with the stuff that you go to get the Shaman too. Like that's probably just going to be one big ass route.
Probably just gonna be like barren land or something.
Yeah.
yeah, like the Shaman bit. I expect that to be like. I don't think that
It's tough to
I
say,
mean,
really.
yeah, like
And
I
all,
don't think
it singles for
like
all this. It singles for all the stuff south of Sand Gym Town over by Pal Park. And I think it's pretty much guaranteed that Full Moon and New Moon Islands are just gonna be nothing else. Because there's nothing established there. Because
Filming and Human Islands are like I expect that like Dotra and Cordelia Stick still live there.
yeah, exactly. Same here.
Also, oh, never mind.
Like I think they'll just be like really pretty to look at, really.
Yeah, probably. I do wonder about Turnback Cave though.
Oh, that yes.
All right.
Turnback Cave will hopefully include a portal to the Distortion World.
Could you imagine?
Oh my god.
Could you imagine?
The Distortion World would look great in Legends. It would
I
just
know.
Oh my god.
it would be so fucking trippy.
I want it, but I don't think
I
it's going to
want it.
happen.
I mean, it looks like Arceus might have its own realm just based on the fact that it was like standing on fucking nothing and and that one trailer and the one trailer that we have for Legends, right? So
Yeah, true.
like
Yeah.
I do think that like Legends is like the perfect place to put the Distortion World if they don't want to put it in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think once we play Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, I think that can give us a better idea of what
Yeah.
changes we could see for Legends.
Yeah. Yeah.
But of course, once we get more gameplay of Legends as well, that will help solve even more questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I think it's pretty much obvious, but Floroma Town will definitely not exist. It will just be like a barren hill or something.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be like a barren hell. I think it'll be like lots of flowers. Like I think
I think the lore in Floroma Town is that it once was a barren hill.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you hear this?
I think there was an NPC that said that,
I better go back and check Platinum then, because now I'm curious.
or I could check the Bulbapedia page maybe.
well, yeah, I'm doing it right now. According to the townspeople, Floroma Town was once a barren and desolate hill. People started planting flowers around it to cheer up the place, but nothing would grow. Then someone expressed thanks for a blessing of nature, and the whole hill burst into bloom. As it theorized that Shaman was the cause of the sudden burst of flowers, given it being the gratitude Pokemon and its ability to instantly
Yeah, that's
transform ruined land into a lush field of flowers according to its
I
according to its Pokedex entry.
yeah, I'm reading
that
it
that
now.
definitely sounds like Shaman's doing then.
Yep.
Yeah,
So I think we're definitely gonna be seeing Full Roma Town before all that happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think that could also be like another small village in the game.
Eh, I think that they'll most likely not exist, but like I do think that there will be like a area that similar to it that will be like where you can find shaman or something.
Probably. Like since we're what other features do you think we could see?
Well, one theory that I have is like from the trailer, like you notice the character I think the character does like a sort of roll before catching a Pokemon or something, right?
Yeah, that looks like a dodge roll.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of dodge roll. So I feel like there could be like different like catching mechanisms if that makes sense to catch Pokemon.
Maybe.
Like I really don't know. It's like only a theory.
Or maybe the player character could actually be susceptible to Pokemon attacks.
Yeah,
So that action was probably added to let you like get out of harm's way.
you do see you engage in battle in the trailer too, I think. Yeah, you do. You do battle Pokemon as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have so many
There could
questions.
also there could also maybe like be like boss fights like sort of like what's in like Breath of the Wild or something.
Yeah, especially since now that we don't have any gyms or a Pokemon League, the plot
Yeah,
progression is going to be very different in this game compared to traditional Pokemon games.
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. I feel like
Um,
there's gonna be like some boss fights or something.
Definitely.
yeah. Something that I'm like, wondering is what if Fiona is just a wild Pokemon? Like we know they travel in packs. Like that's canon.
Is it canon in the
Like
games or is it just canon in the anime?
deck entry games.
Oh, which game then?
Let me check. It is um it's Heart Gold Soul Silver. It's X and it's Omega Ruby.
Really?
Yeah,
Let me go take a look. All right, so it's uh yeah, Heart Gold Soul Silver and X and Omega Ruby have the same entries, which reads, quote, when the water warms, when the water warms,
yeah.
they inflate the flotation sac on their heads and drift languidly. I have no idea how this on the sea in packs.
They travel in packs. That tells me that like at least at one time they were just regular Pokemon.
Probably.
I expect that they were. I expect that they used to be a lot more common.
Yeah.
So I do think that it's possible that Fiona will just be like maybe just like rare wild Pokemon, and like you'll be able to catch multiple of them.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's not even that strong enough to be a powerful legendary.
Yeah, it's definitely like
Yeah, guys, I don't want to be that party pooper, but I'm going to sleep now.
Okay.
all right. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Yeah.
Good night, Sam.
Have a good
Right.
night.
But before I do, funny meme. Have a good night, guys.
All right. Good
You
night.
too.
Bye.
Take care. And then there were three.
Yep.
Yep.
That was hilarious, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting back on track here.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Trying to think.
Honestly, I
Um.
really want to be able to interact with my own Pokemon in some way in the overworld.
I hope we.
I hope we do.
and ride some
Like-
of them too.
I'm not really
You
sure
can
if
in
we'll
the
be able to
trailer you
ride
can
them, but
see like Lucas like crouching down to see Bidoof or something, but I don't know if that has anything to do with interacting really.
I mean, maybe you're probably crouch. You could probably have crouch is probably there to as a way to dodge attacks or to sneak up on Pokemon.
Like,
yeah.
it looked like he was like approaching Bidoof, so I don't think it was a way to dodge the Pokemon really.
No, like I was probably just I was probably just sneaking up to catch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's actually another interesting point. Will the catching system include battling?
Yeah, like I'm curious about that.
I mean you do battle Pokemon, like you see it in the
Yes, but
trailer.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we don't know if that's wild or not.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's a boss battle.
I mean,
Uh,
it
I
was
don't
a
know.
it was a Garchomp. Like like just imagine if you could find like wild Garchomps.
that'd be
The
wild.
Glade is level 70 that we have apparently.
I just made a stupid joke without realizing it.
Wait, what?
When Colin said imagine finding wild Garchomps, I'm like, that'd be pretty wild. I made a pun without realizing it.
Bruh.
Anyway, I do wonder how. I do wonder what button is going to be used to prepare our character to throw our Pokeball. Like, I could see like using ZL to aim and then pressing ZR to throw, and with using
Yeah.
the right stick to control the camera, or maybe even using gyro control.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Like for
And I-
some reason, like I can imagine maybe aiming with the joystick or something, and then just Y being the throw button. I don't know.
I think there definitely will
You
be
don't really
one.
know.
I think there definitely will be one button to aim and another button to
Yeah,
throw.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if they can go really crazy and
Yeah.
use the Joycon motion controls for that, but I doubt it.
No.
No, like I feel like
I don't want that, to be honest.
I feel like the Joy-Con motion controls might be an option, but like they won't be the only option.
Definitely not.
That
Um,
feels like it would be a bit gimmicky too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, although Pokemon with Wii Sports would be awesome. Anyway, but
I do wonder about shiny Pokemon though. Like that's just bothering my head.
True.
Like how will they
I
be
think-
handled in this game? Will they just be handled like how they are in the main series?
I would hope that it's similar to like Let's Go, where actually a newer world.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I do
Um,
think they will still be in the game. Like,
Yeah, like
Like
Like-
since it looks like there's no transition between the overworld and battles, I think we will see shinies in the overworld.
yeah, I do think
Yeah.
we'll see shinies in Overworld too.
it's hard as shinies a new world or no shinies, and to be honest, I don't really care either way. Like I like shinies, but we'll still have Sword and Shield to shiny hunt, and
Yeah,
like,
true.
if there are no shinies.
Yeah, I just feel like it's such an important element that Pokemon's never really gotten rid of, I think.
At least in the
They
main
haven't-
series.
Yeah, at
like,
least in the main series. And
Some side games have it, like Pokemon Rumble and Pokemon Coliseum and XD.
yeah,
Yeah, but
and I don't think they're gonna get rid of it. But either way,
Plus,
Yeah.
this is classified as a main series game, even though it's an action RPG.
yeah.
But as for time of release, when do you guys think it could be released?
I think March, April 2022.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, same.
I think April is
Same.
probably the most likely. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that comes even a little bit further, like summer or maybe even early fall.
did they not say did they not say like early 2022?
Yeah, they did say early 2022, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm thinking like April then.
yeah, but I'm just thinking, if there's for some reason any kind of delays, just
yeah.
thinking about the
Like
possibility,
the thing is though, like
because this game it definitely looks like it was so early in development.
yeah, like
Like we didn't even see any of the UI either.
we saw a bit, like
Well, we
we saw
saw a
how
bit in battle, but that's it.
yeah, yeah. Um,
But I think we'll
yeah. The
definitely
thing,
we're definitely going to be seeing. I think we will see more gameplay come June. I think
I hope so.
like around the time of E3 when
Yeah,
it's supposed to happen.
oh yeah, E3, yeah, yeah. There'll probably be like a Nintendo Treehouse about it.
Yeah, even if there
I
is
feel like
even if there
I,
is going to be an
I,
E3 at all.
I feel like we're gonna see more of the remakes rather than Legends, to
I
be
think
honest.
no, I think no, yeah, yeah, like I feel like we're gonna get like a trailer for Legends again, but like I think no, yeah, I think the Treehouse will definitely be for the remakes.
Yeah,
Because the remakes are releasing this year, and that's what they
Yeah,
have to market the most right
yeah.
now.
Especially since this
yeah,
year's the 25th anniversary.
yeah.
Exactly.
Um,
But I think we could also see like more new announcements come like May or something, and maybe like an update for Legends around the May to June timeframe, with like
yeah,
maybe like, with like a bigger update coming in like September or October with a potential release date by then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something that kind of worries me about Legends is well, Game Freak are notorious for like overworking their staff, um, and well, Legends seems like a game that wants to be so big that there's like a high chance of that happening. So for the final release, it won't be like as good as it could have been because they're overworking their staff to get this released on a certain time and instead of when the game is ready.
Maybe that's a
I hope
valid
that. I hope that.
that is a
I hope
valid
that's not the
concern.
case.
That is a
I hope
valid
that's not
concern
the
though.
case.
Yeah, like 'cause, like Game Freak like do already have like a long history of like doing this. So
Yeah.
Like we did see in the trailer that it was said the game footage is not final, and there were some parts of it that did look pretty rough.
yeah, no,
You can
yeah,
like notice some frame drops and everything too.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
definitely.
especially with some of the animations on some Pokemon, they were not they
Yeah.
were not smooth at
Well,
all. And
yeah, like I
some
noticed the Chingling and the Chimchar. Like
exactly, and
they're pretty rough.
there was one shot where the frame rate of the game itself was not even at 30 FPS either. So honestly, I think if there is gonna be an upgraded Switch, then this game will probably be one of the ones that is optimized for it. I don't see this being
Like
exclusive
definitely, yeah,
though,
That's a good point, actually.
because
yeah.
It could
because
release on the Switch Pro or something.
I don't see it being an exclusive.
No,
No, I don't think so.
the thing with like the update with the upgraded consoles
Because
is that
look at Sun and
the
Moon.
games don't change. It's the
It's really the performance that changes.
yeah,
Because look at Sun and Moon. Even it was never really said that it was optimized for to run better on the new 3DS, but you could just tell that it runs better on the new 3DS because the battles don't drop as many frames on the new 3DS, even though there are still some performance issues even on the new 3DS.
yeah.
And
Like
when you even like simply doing something simple as closing the game, that causes an original 3DS to restart.
really.
Yeah, it does. I've done it. I've tested it myself.
Oh my god. Yeah,
So
like
I think Legends could very well be one of those games that is cross compatible with the current Switch and the upgraded model, but optimized to run better on the upgraded model, like more consistent frame
yeah,
rate, or maybe even push 60 FPS.
yeah, that makes sense.
Like I think we'll have some more answers to those questions come midsummer,
Yeah, probably.
because early June is like the perfect time to talk more about big upcoming games. Because that's usually the time frame for E3, but we don't know if there even is going to be an E3 this year.
True.
Only time will tell.
Yep.
So do we have anything else before we wrap up?
I would think so.
All right, honey.
I'm good.
All right. I think we'll wrap it there. We had a quite a productive episode today, so I want to thank you for tuning in. And until next time, through it all, we're one family, one training family.